Meanwhile, on November 11th, thousands of people will gather in New York for the nation's largest commemoration of service. And one veteran in Minot will be seen at the front, leading the parade. KX News' Megan Topping has more on Clint Romisha's journey to the 2025 New York City Veterans Day Parade.
Every year on Veterans Day, more than 280 marching units with more than 20,000 marchers gather along Fifth Avenue in New York City for the Veterans Day Parade. And this year, Clint Romisha will be leading this commemoration of service as a Grand Marshal alongside two other veterans. Romisha, who served in the United States Army from 1999 to 2011, says being able to do this really is an honor, but it's also bittersweet.
To really highlight all of those veterans that have now taken the uniform off, figured out what's next in life, to highlight those on November 11th is truly special. And to watch this country come together again under kind of one banner to really recognize those great men and women that have given the opportunity to give up everything for what we take advantage of every day.
Romisha, who received the Medal of Honor from President Barack Obama in February of 2013 for his actions during the Battle of Camden in 2009, says never in a million years did he expect to be a recipient of the medal, let alone the Grand Marshal in a parade.
To highlight to veterans that one person can make a difference. You just got to be ready for that opportunity. It's one of those bittersweet things that the medal is not given when things went well. It's given when times were very tough. But as I learned so much more about love fighting next to my brothers to my left and right than I learned about anger or hatred toward the enemy. It's really a mixed kind of bag of emotions when I think about wearing the medal and being a recipient of it.
Romisha says the North Dakota and Minot community is truly special to him. And coming from a small town in California himself, he says it drives him to inspire others. Rural
communities, rural living is where I grew up, but there's where I got my understanding that, it doesn't matter how small or how insignificant you think what your life was, you're always going to have those opportunities when you're faced with challenges, trials, tribulations. Like it's in us as Americans. When things get difficult and tough, that's when we shine and raise to the highest kind of moments we can be at. And to be highlighted now to go to New York City, be the Grand Marshal, to also highlight all of those that might think, I'll never really get a chance or an opportunity. Well, it doesn't matter if you're from the big city or the small town. You've got that opportunity every time you're faced with challenges, adversity, hardship.
He says it's important that people continue to recognize veterans' ongoing contributions, not just on Veterans Day, but year-round.
I think Ronald Reagan said it best, this freedom isn't established in our DNA to our next generation. And it's how you treat your veterans will show the next generation and make them understand why it is important to serve, protect what we have in this country, our freedoms, our liberties. It is just so important to highlight that. And if you're not doing everything you can to take care of those that have protected it, it is one generation from being gone.
Romisha is continuing to share his story and advocate for those who served through his work as a Pure Talk brand ambassador. In Minot for KX News, I'm Megan Topping.
Romisha comes from a strong military family. His grandfather fought in World War II. His dad served in the Vietnam War.